Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha for units for Wednesday, 23rd day of January, 17th day of Shvat. And now we're continuing on with our laws about shoes. Yes, there are a lot of halachas about shoes. Here's our next one. When you get a new pair of shoes, I'm going to back up for a minute. When you get something like a new suit, the halacha is that you say a Shehecheyanu, the special joyous bracha for getting a new suit. You do not do that when you get a new pair of shoes. Okay? Shoes do not quite go up into that category of I'm going to say a bracha with God's name and everything, Shehecheyanu, that I live to this day that I got this nice pair of shoes. We don't do that. You do it on a suit, you do it on big purchases, not on shoes. The next question anybody would ask is, no, but these are like really expensive shoes. They're really special, blah, blah, blah. Rabbi Belsky says no. No, you don't say Shehecheyanu on shoes, even when they're special. Okay, next law. You might know that when somebody gets something big and beautiful like a suit, we say Tis Chadesh, beautiful new suit, you should wear it in good health, stuff like that. We don't do that on shoes either, okay? It's not the Jewish custom to do that on shoes. The Ramah even talks about this in the Shulchan Aruch. He gives a reason. One of the reasons is because an animal was killed in order to create those shoes, and so we just don't want to say like this big joyous Tis Chadesh on something that it took an animal to be killed in order to create those shoes. The Ramah himself says that reason is a little bit shaky, but that aside, we just don't have that custom to say those kinds of things like Tis Chadesh when somebody gets a brand new pair of shoes. And incidentally, I get a lot of these halachas, a little commercial here. I get a lot of these halachas from a book called Halachically Speaking by Rabbi David Leibowitz. He points out when doing this law that it's not even really right. People always say Tis Chadesh when you get a new piece of clothing, a suit or something. It's really, the full expression is Tivalev Tis Chadesh. Very few people know that, and now you knew it, which kind of means like you should wear it. You should get into it, wear it, and it's and joy on that new thing that you're wearing. It's called Tivalev Tis Chadesh. That's the official expression when somebody gets a new suit. But anyway, we don't say it on shoes. Let's move on. Should you have a special pair of shoes for Shabbos? There is one Yerushalmi somewhere that says that you could wear the same shoes you wore all week, but the general custom for today, Rabbi Belsky says this, is that everybody should have a special pair of shoes for Shabbos. So do that, okay? Have a special pair of shoes for Shabbos. If you don't, and you only have one dress pair of shoes, and you're wearing them on sometime on the weekday and sometimes on Shabbos, do polish them at least when Shabbos arrives, so you've beautified them for Shabbos. Okay, next shoe halacha. If you're wearing shoes on Shabbos and they have a buckle on them and the buckle breaks and you intend to repair it, so the piece that's on your shoe right now is kind of like extraneous and junky and you want to repair it, then wearing those shoes outside could be a problem of carrying that piece. You see, usually the buckle that's on your shoe is just part of your shoe and it's no problem, but now that it's a broken, icky thing that you don't want there, you could be guilty of carrying on Shabbos if you're outside of an Eruv. And so if there's no Eruv, you should not be wearing those shoes outside. If you don't plan to fix it and you go, whatever, I'll just leave it, then that's fine. Then it's still nullified to your shoe. It's part of your shoe, and you can walk outside with it. Lastly, for those of you who occasionally just laze around and walk outside with your shoes on Shabbos like untied, is it carrying because your shoelaces are, not really serving their purpose, and there's this extraneous thing attached on your shoe that you're not even using? It's not a problem. Okay, so if you're outside of an Eruv and your shoes are untied, you're still okay. You should be very careful though that they don't fall off, because then you could be, by mistake carry them. So do make sure that they're on snugly. Better to have your shoes tied, but it would not be called carrying if your shoes were untied outside of an Eruv on Shabbos. Hey, thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more about that.